Hi friends, in Planet Earth Dating, it's Friday, July 26, 2019. In both the Lynn life and the Jamie body mind, the authorized souls remain only child souls from the deeper, denser dimensions, and all other souls from all other dimensions, as long as the souls are already living by the many rules given to the search for truth community by wiser minds above all of us. And we're well aware that the souls don't listen to that, and they break that rule, and they consider that that rule doesn't apply to them.
Oh, yeah.
Or it doesn't apply to them in this situation. And that's what everybody always thinks. But our Ra was very clear that the rules apply to all of us all the time, and no one is above the rules, and everybody means everybody. And he was very clear about that, and we've not seen anything to argue with that in a compelling way. That seems to actually be what works, and nothing else actually seems to work.
That's true.
Nepotism and favoritism don't work, and so we apologize. We're not intending to be offensive. Our intent is to be humble servants of spirit, but humble servants of the best quality spirits. And if we let in some law-breaking losers, then we're allowing them to trash the environment and making it less appealing to high-quality spirits.
That's true.
And so we're here to serve the angels and godly presences who are working to get planet Earth turned back around in the direction in which it should be headed and avert the disaster that seems to be dead ahead. Is that okay? So far so good?
So far so good.
Okay, we'd really like to reopen the portals as high up as we can get right now. So is there anybody up there who is aware of other planets that have had this level of dysfunction that planet Earth is experiencing or displaying, that have been successfully turned around so that there isn't oppositional defiance to spirit anymore? There are some planets, there's
That's
an opening,
true.
and therefore what worked in those turnaround efforts? And those are the presences we'd really like to be supporting using our grace, energy, finances, focus, assets, and time
That's
to support true. Is those presences who are aware of something that worked elsewhere that's applicable to Earth, that can be implemented here, right here on planet Earth, because we would really like to see this turned around.
That's true.
We don't like the idea of its unfolding as ugly as it looks like it's going to unravel. We don't like that idea.
That's true.
Is there anybody up there who's working on that? Not directly. There's kind of a wobbly hand.
That's true. I feel that feeling.
Well, it's really important to us that we do our part to keep a portal open.
That's true.
To the highest vibration presences we're able to connect with right now. And we know that asking questions interdimensionally with real curiosity and with humility is a good way to open portals and reopen portals and keep them open.
That's true.
And we have a question that came in from a YouTube viewer, but came in by email.
That's true.
And it's nice. It's a respectful question, and so we're hoping that you would be willing to entertain it.
I don't feel the portal closing.
No. Maybe read it and see. How about if we read you the question and you can decide if you want it?
It feels okay.
Okay.
The viewer says, I have been studying these videos since I found them earlier this year. I understand that Earth is a very average planet, not special to anyone other than to those of us who live here. May I please ask the angels a question? What other planets have sunk into total rebellion to the soul plan and to spirit? What worked with those other rebellious planets to restore a functioning training program to get people to look up, ask up, and do what wiser minds above say to do?
That was an interesting sound.
Yeah.
Okay.
And that's the question.
That's the question. When did it come in? What date did it come in?
Sunday, July 7th, 2019.
Sunday, July 7th. It's been quite a
It's
while.
been quite a while.
The question's been waiting.
That's true.
They're asking, is there another question that has come in by email? Not since then. There was
Not
an
since
earlier
then.
question, but it's been asked.
That's true.
And this question has not yet been asked until now.
That's
it hasn't
true.
been relayed until now.
That's true.
And we also have the
these questions.
that came in through the YouTube comment facility.
That's true.
And they've been waiting, many of them, for quite some time.
That's true.
But we've been told that you guys, the angels and godly presences affiliated with planet Earth, consider the questions that come in by email as a separate category unto itself.
That's true.
And a slightly higher caliber category,
That's
maybe
true.
because the viewer has to go through another step, put forth a tiny bit more effort
In order to ask the question.
in
That's
order
true.
to ask the question by email.
That's true.
Or maybe it's some other reason we don't know.
We don't know. I
but
don't know.
It does seem to be considered a separate category.
That's true.
Could we have that question again?
What other planets have sunk into total rebellion to the soul plan and to spirit? What worked with those other rebellious planets to restore a functioning training program to get people to look up, ask up, and do what wiser minds above say to do?
What I see, it looks like somebody, it might be sweeping up after a parade or running after the caboose of a train.
I feel
It
that
has the feeling of being after something that just left.
Yes.
They're talking about American Pie and the song American Pie. They took the last train to the coast the day the music died.
Yeah, that's
And so
true.
that could be a good train to be chasing.
That's true.
It's possible. Okay, let's lead with a question again.
What other planets have sunk into total rebellion to the soul plan and to spirit? What worked with those other rebellious planets to restore a functioning training program to get people to look up?
I don't think we want to chase this train.
Nope.
It's
I
like a
don't-
party train or
That's
something.
what that feels like.
Never mind, I'm sorry. We're attempting to find angels and godly presences affiliated with planet Earth who are working to get planet Earth turned back around again so that we are once more interested in doing what we promised Spirit we would do before we were born, to keep our sacred vows to Spirit,
That's
to
true.
God by any name, and to stop being so selfish and ungrateful, and stop being so lazy,
That's true.
and work together to address the truly enormous problems of our times. That's what we're looking for. Is there anybody up there working on that? I see the wobbly hand again.
I see the wobbly hand also. What I can see when I focus on the first part of the question about just what are the other planets, I can see a room way up high that has what looks like little models of other planets hanging like mobiles, but I don't see a presence in the room with them.
I see the room too, and
You
I
see it also?
see
Okay, good.
there are also models of what might be representations of the civilization of the dominant life forces on the planet.
Yes, I see those also.
They look like this little, I don't know what they're called. They're not doll houses.
No, it's like dioramas.
Yes, like a diorama.
Yes, I see those also.
There's the planets hanging like decorations.
That's what
and
it
these
looks like.
dioramas. I don't see any presences in the room.
Neither do I.
Maybe they're less dense.
Interesting.
Maybe look up higher. Let's read the question again. Just break it down, just the first part.
What other planets have sunk into total rebellion to the soul plan and to spirit?
Well, there's a lot of them, and that's not what we really want to be looking for. We also want to be looking to those who were then successfully turned around.
Yes.
Is that what the gentleman means?
I assume that's what he means, because the second part is what worked with those other rebellious planets to restore a functioning training program.
Okay, so what we're really looking for are planets that had sunk into total rebellion to spirit and then been successfully turned around. Oh, look
Yes.
how many of those planets go away out of that room.
A lot of them.
They're gone. So the ones who have been turned around, we still see. Now I start to see kind of like shadowy shapes.
I see shadowy figures.
Mhm. All right. So then does the gentleman go on to ask what worked to turn around those planets?
Yes.
Something like that?
Yes.
All right, what worked to turn around those planets so they were no longer in rebellion to spirit? Somebody's saying a variety of things worked, and that it's like somebody who was affiliated with one of those planets is giving a report and saying, we just threw so many things at it, we did so many different things. We're not sure what it was that caused the turnaround, but we pulled out all the stops and really just did everything we could possibly think of, and through the grace of God, a miracle happened and it turned around. And he feels like it's a miracle.
Yeah,
he feels
very much.
like grateful for the miracle. And somebody else who's also observing the situation with regard to all of these godly presences who are working with various planets that have also been through this dark night of the soul, these challenges of being in rebellion to spirit.